Hello, lovely. Welcome back to the mat. Today's foundational mat Pilates class has a little bit more of a dynamic approach to it. So we're going to be taking all the things we've been working on in this program, focusing on alignment, form, and breath, but adding a little bit more of a challenge with the endurance and the dynamic part of the movement. So if you're ready to join me, we're going to start on our backs. Bring your feet about hip distance apart, lining your knees up with your hips, starting how we typically do with a little bit of bridging. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we start to tip that pelvis back, rolling the hips up through your bridge, feeling the back side of the body, and then slowly rolling the hips back down one bone, one vertebra at a time until that tailbone touches last. And again, tip the hips, roll it up, and then rolling back down, taking your time here just to kind of wake up the back side of the body, to bring some attention to your breath. I usually start class either on the back with bridging or in that tabletop position with some cat-cow because it's really about waking up the spine. So I want you to take your time and think about rolling through the spine to lift the hips up, right? Really tucking that pelvis under, lifting the hips up, and then trying to hold that position with the pelvis as you roll the hips back down. Good. We're going to add one more here. Lifting up to the top of this bridge, we hold, keep everything still through the hips, through the ribs. Start to lift one heel off the mat, set it back down, and switch. So the toe stays connected to the mat. We're just alternating heel lifts, practicing keeping the hips really still here as you alternate from right to left. Using the exhale as the back of the body starts to get a little warmer. We've got two more on each side. Last one. And then roll the hips all the way down to the mat. Pause. Take an exhale. Roll the hips right back up. Float the right leg up towards the ceiling. Now, keeping the hips in line with the shoulders, we lower the hips back down to the mat. Lift them right back up. Lower down and lift. So instead of rolling through the spine now, we're just driving the hips up towards the ceiling. Let's go two more. Last one. Pause, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Now extend arm and leg opposite directions. Bring it back in, lift up through your bridge. Lower, extend arm and leg, lift. So lacing a little bit of core in between each one of those reps. Thinking of it kind of like dead bug here. Good. Last 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, bring the knee in. Now curl up towards the thigh. Take the arm on the outside of the thigh, lower back down, extend the leg out. So a little twist here. Bring the knee in, rotate across and down. Bring it in, cross and down. Take the exhale as you come up and across the body. Right hand could support the head if that feels better for your neck, or it could just stay reaching out to the side, whatever feels good for your body. We got 10 more seconds here. Really reaching across that thigh. Hold it in 3, 2, hold the twist. Now little baby lifts up through the chest. We go for 8, for 6, for 4, lifting higher for 3, 2, last one, lower down. Bring that right leg to the mat. Left leg lifts up to tabletop. And now we drive the hips up towards the ceiling and lower back down. Exhale, lift, squeeze through that right cheek and lower. Again, keeping the hips in line with the spine here. So spine stays in that same shape the whole time. We just lift the hips a little higher and then tap them back down to the mat. Last 2. On your next one, pause, arm goes up towards the ceiling. Extend the leg out and the arm out at the same time. Bring it in, lift back up through your bridge. Lower, reach, in and lift. Find a pace that works for you and where you can actively use your breath with the movement. Lifting up nice and high through that bridge, really squeezing through that right cheek. Last 10 seconds. Taking it into that crossed oblique next in 3, In 2, pause, bring it in. Now take it across outside of the thigh, lower back down, reach the arm out. And again, take it across, twist and reach. Using the exhale as you go through that rotation. Trying to get that right shoulder blade up and off the mat as you twist across. Good. Seeing if you can twist a little further with each rep, reaching a little bit more past that thigh. Last 3, hold it in 2. On your next one, hold it. Now 8, little lift, 7, 6, trying to get that right shoulder blade up and off the mat. We got 3, 2, 1, and done. Bring the knees side to side here for a second, taking a little stretch out with the hips. Take a nice big exhale. Good. Let's pull the knees into the chest, curling up into a ball. We're going to start for a variation of double leg stretch today. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, extend your arms and legs out in opposite directions. Keep the legs there as you sweep the arms around for 1, sweep them for 2. On the third one, pull the knees back into your chest. Oh, this is going to be fun. Extend out, hold, circle for 3. For 2, last one, pull the knees in, curl into a ball. Reach it out. Abs heavy, circle 3, circle 2, circle 1, and pull. Good, we've got about 3 more here. And pull, final 2. Squeeze the inner thighs, push the feet into each other. Last one, nice and strong. Reach, circle 3, circle 2, circle 1, pull into a ball, and drop to the mat. Again, knees go side to side, shaking out that work. Core is nice and warm from when we started, yes? All right, let's take our arms into a T. Extend the legs long down the mat. Anchor through your abs here, so trying not to open up towards the ceiling, but pulling heavy through the core. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Let's start with some leg circles. Take that leg across, open, and back up. Across, open, and back up. Push into your palms in the floor. Keep your shoulder blades nice and heavy. We go for 2. Last one. Reverse the circle. Take it around. We've been working on these, keeping the hips really still, keeping the ribs closed. 4 more here. We're gonna add on to this today in 3, 2, finish your circle across. So you're reaching that leg over the opposite one. Now little lifts up to the ceiling, real small here. You're using the outside of your left leg, your left hip, and your left oblique. Woo, we go for 4, for 3, for 2, last one, bring it in. We're not quite done with it. Lift up, grab hold of that left leg, and then float the right leg up. It's single leg stretch. We switch to the other side. And switch, and switch. Taking an exhale with each switch of the legs. Nice heavy abs here. Trying your best not to arch the back off of the mat. Good. Take a big exhale. Exhale. Seeing if you can pull that chest up a little bit higher so you can get closer to those thighs. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1, and take a break. Nicely done. Knees side to side again, shaking it out for a moment. And we'll reset with those leg circles on our right. So arms go back into a T. Reach the legs out nice and long, close the ribs. Right leg reaches up towards the sky. And here we go, start those circles. Take it around, open it up. Stabilizing the hips. Minimizing that movement through your left side. Halfway, it's 3, 2, 1 last one this direction. And reverse, always moving from the abs here. So it's not so much about the leg as it is stabilizing the hips, closing the ribs, and keeping those abs heavy. Last 3, 2, finish with the leg across the other one. Little twist to the hips here, maybe flex that foot, and then a little lift and lower of the leg, up and down here. I want you to push the back of your right hip towards the mat. Push the back of your right rib cage towards the mat. We go for 4 more lifts. And 3, 2, Last one, bring it in. Again, not done with it. Curl yourself up, hold on to that leg, lift the other one, and here we go one more time. Switch and switch. So this is that dynamic piece of our flow today, right? Trying to keep you moving for a few more exercises in a row. Just start to build up that endurance. As always, though, take breaks whenever you need to, modify as we go, because the focus is still about form, alignment, and breath. Good, we got 4 more each side. 3, stay with the pace. 2, last one, and done. Very good. Draw some circles with the knees, opening up the hips for a second, maybe reversing that direction. Woo. All right, let's bring the feet flat onto the mat. Last little bit here. Prepping for our hundreds. Let's take the arms up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, pull the arms forward, lift your chest, look at your thighs, and then start to pump those arms. Inhale for 5. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Both legs up. You got it. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more breaths. Last one. Let's extend the legs out and hold for 5. Exhale for 5. And done. Woo! I feel like adding the legs makes it go by a lot faster. All right, shake it out. And then let's bring ourselves up. We're gonna work through a supported position on our elbows. So you'll reach the elbows down to the mat. Now, some important cues here. We wanna make sure that we're not pushing the ribs forward or arching the back. So pull those ribs down, right? Hug them towards you and then scoop that pelvis under. Shoulders stay out of the ears. We've got a nice long spine. Left leg lifts up. We start a bicycle. We reach it out, away from you, bring it in. And again, reach it out and in. So I want your focus to be on the stillness of your pelvis, your ribs, and maybe even a little bit of your shoulders. 2 more. Reach. Last one. And now reverse. Reach it out. Pull it in from those abs. Reach, in, and out. Good, like you're riding a bicycle forwards. We go for 3. We go for 2. Finish that last one nice and strong. And then set the left leg down. Reset if we need to in the abs, right? Scoop that pelvis again. Float the right leg up. And here we go. Stretch it out. Bring it in and bend. Stretch it out, in, and bend. Keeping space between your shoulders and your ears here. Finding your longest, tallest spine and neck. Last 2. 1 more. Reverse it. Shoot it out. Pull it in. Shoot it out. Pull it in. Good. Hips are quiet again. Last 4. Last 3. 2. 1 final one. And finish it out. Exhale as you start to bring yourself all the way back up, rounding over your legs for a moment. Let the head fall in between the knees. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Release any tension in your neck. And this will take us right away into rolling like a ball. Let's pull the knees in tighter, holding on to either the ankles or the shins. Round your spine, float your toes off of the mat, and here we go. Roll back just to the shoulder blades, come back up, find some balance. Again, take it back, bring it up, find some balance. I'm gonna introduce rollover to us today. And you kind of need this feeling of rolling like a ball to help you with rollover. So I want you to really pay attention to the form here. Rounding your spine, scooping those low abs. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. Good, one last one. And hold. Extend one leg out, hold on to it. Extend the other leg out, hold on to it. Find your balance, prepping for that teaser. We take a nice big exhale, let one hand come off. Exhale, let the other hand come off, holding in that teaser. From here, start to take 3 circles of the arms. They go down and up for 3, down and up for 2, down and up for 1. Pull the legs in tight. Exhale, extend the legs back out. You can go one at a time or both if we're ready for it. Take it, exhale, float the hands off, and let's go. Circle for 3, circle for 2, circle for 1. Grab, pull in tight, balancing there on that pelvis. Can we do one more? Let's do it. Extend the legs out, hold. Find the balance. Reach the arms off and go. Circle the arms for 3, circle for 2, circle for 1, and done. Sheesh, butterfly stretch. Good job. Let the knees fall open to the sides. Let the chest fall forward over the feet for a moment. Kind of just stretching out the hips for a second. Take a nice full exhale while you're here. All right, this is going to take us into our rollovers today. And I'm going to prep us and kind of walk us through it. So let's bring the knees back together. Roll yourself back down to the mat. Once you get down there, take your hands by your sides. Bring your legs together to start. We're going to bring the knees up to tabletop and then overhead. So we take a nice big exhale. The knees come up to tabletop. Push into your palms. Lift your hips up off the mat. Now we can just stay here in this position for a moment. We want to think about rounding the spine and scooping those abs. Notice that I'm mostly on my shoulder blades, not my neck, right? Now here's the fun part. We got to get back down. Slowly roll through the spine, keeping the toes pointing to the sky as long as you can. Pass through tabletop and then set the legs back down. Do it again. Ready? Exhale first. Hug the abs. Float through tabletop. Push in the palms. Come into that modified rollover position. Slowly roll back down through the spine, one bone at a time, just like our bridge. Hips down, feet down. Woo, we got one more. Inhale. Exhale, low abs. Pick up the legs, pick up the hips. Balance on the shoulder blades. Stay right there. Slowly roll down. Keep pushing in your palms. That will help you. All the way down, tabletop, and then drop the legs. Now, if that's enough for you today, you'll stay right there. Otherwise, we're gonna try our full rollover. Take your legs up towards the sky. Take a nice big inhale to prepare. As we exhale, same thing, low abs engage. We lift the hips up and the feet fall back overhead. Now notice that my legs are not falling to me, right? We're still in that same position I just taught you with the legs away from you. From here, slowly open the legs up about distance of your shoulders. Roll back down through your spine, slow and controlled, till that tailbone touches the mat. Pause. Let the legs take a little circle around, come together, lift them up, and we go again. Roll over. Legs reach backwards behind you. Open the legs about shoulder distance. Roll through the spine, slow, 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 slow. Circle the legs, bring them together, lift them up, and overhead. So it's never really ending, right? It flows from one movement right away to the next. We're gonna do 2 more. Balance on those shoulder blades. Try not to put pressure on that cervical spine. One last one, you got it. Up and over, hold. Separate the feet, separate the legs, roll it down nice and slow. Circle the legs and bring it in. Woo, nice job. Take a couple of shakeouts with the hips. So good. We're gonna flip over for a little plank series. So when you're ready, bring yourself up. Let's go into a tabletop to start. So hands will come right underneath those shoulders, knees right under your hips. And then be mindful to take those abs and lift them up and in, right? Like you're trying to pull away from the mat. From here, let's go to our knee hovers. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, float the knees 1 inch off the mat. Real small hover here. And then set the knees back down. Again, inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Hug the abs deeper. Tap them down. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, float. 2 more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, float. Last one. Lift up, hold. Now staying there, extend one leg out towards the back edge of your mat. Bring it back in. Shoot the other leg out. Bring it back in. Lower the knees back down. Very exciting. Here we go. Do it again. Exhale, float the knees. Hold. Extend one leg out. Stay strong through your upper body. Exhale, other leg out. Bring it in. Set it down. We got 2 more of those. Lift up. Hover. Extend. Bring it in. Extend. Bring it in. Drop the knees. Good, one last one, stay with me, lift, hug those abs tighter, reach, bring it in, reach, bring it in, drop the knees, and child's pose. Woo, take a stretch off that upper body. Nice job. Big inhales and exhales here. You got it. All right. We're gonna set up for a thigh hinge today, so bring yourself up onto your high knees, okay? If your knees feel a little bit sensitive, you could always take a little pillow or a towel or something under the knees to give you some support. Let's reach the hands out in front of us. Stack your shoulders and your hips. They stay in one line, okay? From here, we slowly start to lean back. Squeeze your glutes together as you go backwards. Use the quads and the abs, to bring yourself all the way back up. And we go backwards again. Trying not to arch here, and then coming back up. Doesn't have to be super big. We take it back, back. We bring it up, up. Yes, keeping that line from your shoulders through your ribs to your hips. You should feel this in the front of your quads and your abs. Take it back. Bring it up. Woo, quads on fire. We got 2 more. Take it back. Bring it up nice and strong. One last one. Take it back, bring it up, and then bring it forward into that tabletop position again. Right leg shoots out back behind you. Let's get a little glute work today. Take your right leg, tap it towards one edge of the mat. So cross it over, lift it up, cross it over to the other side. Take it over, open it out. Take it back and out. So it's like a little rainbow here with that leg. Up and around to one side, and then up and around towards the other. Keep pulling the back of the head in line with the rest of the spine. Keep lifting up through your abs. So trying your best not to arch in the back. You have that tether from the crown of your head pulling you forward, the tether through your tailbone pulling you back. Energetically feeling like the spine is getting longer. Good. We're gonna hold that leg back behind us. 8 more counts. In 3, in 2, lift up the leg, hold it behind you. Now start to draw some circles with the leg. Trying to move that whole leg around. Lift it up and over, circle, up and over, circle. Squeeze in the glute as you lift the leg up. We go for 4 more, for 3, for 2, and then start to reverse, go the other way. Lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. Now I wonder if you could make that circle without moving your hips, right? Stay still through the ribs and the hips again. 4 more. We step through in 3, in 2, last one. Bring that leg through, step it forward in front of you. Take a little stretch on the hip. Opening up here for just a moment. Whew. Coming back to your breath if you lost it. Good. We're not quite done with this right leg. We're going to change this into our kneeling, staying up nice and high today. So we're going to rotate so that your left hand stays on the mat and so does your left knee. Right hand comes behind the head. We'll start with a leg lift that comes up and it lowers back down. Exhale, lift and lower, squeezing through that glute and your oblique. Lift and lower. Good. We go for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Now bring that foot to the mat. Fully connect it so your foot is fully flat here. You're going to need that support because we're lifting the bottom knee up and off of the mat. Lower it back down and then float the leg back up. I know, but try it anyway. Bring the leg down, float it up, squeeze, lower, and lift. I'm going to ask you for 2 more. Down, lift, lower, leg comes up. You got it. 1 more. Yes, now lift the leg up, hold it. Little tiny lift to finish. Up, up, squeezing through the side of that right glute. Lift, lift. Good, stay long through the spine. We've got 4, 3, 2, you did it. Control it down to the mat and take a mermaid stretch. Left hand reaches overhead. Lean over as far as you can. Whew. It got a little spicy there for a second, But that's okay, right? We're keeping it dynamic. We're keeping it funky. We're keeping it fresh. We're gonna flip into tabletop, hit the other leg, yes? So come into your tabletop position. Shoulders lined up over those wrists, hips lined up over those knees. Left leg shoots out this time. We take it across, lift her up, and then over to the other side. So it is important that we pass through that kind of lifted position here as you go from one side to the other. So you can really squeeze in your glute. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Nice. Again, stabilizing the hips, lifting through the abs. Extending through your spine as you work. The position of the spine is always the first thing that starts to get a little bit funky as we get tired, right? We start to arch the back or do funky things with the shoulders. So always check back in. That spine is as long as it can be. Get ready to hold the leg behind you for circles in 3, in 2. Finish your last one, meet with the leg behind you, and then start to draw those circles. Take it around, up and around, up and around. Every time you lift the leg up, you squeeze in that left cheek. Lift, squeeze. Hell yeah, you got it. 4 more. 3, 2, throw it in reverse, babe. Go the other way. Lift, lift. Good. While you lift the leg, lift your abs. Lengthen your spine and take a breath. You're done here. In 4, we step through. In 3, in 2, last one, step it through. Very nice. Opening up the hips for just a moment. Pushing that right hip forward. Taking that big exhale. We go to that high kneeling series, working through the left leg. So let's flip over. Right hand stays on the mat. Right knee stays on the mat. Left hand behind the head. We start with the lift. It comes up and it lowers back down. Lift and lower. Good. You can stop, just about in line with that hip. Nothing crazy. Little lift and lower back down. You got it. We're still long through the spine, right? You're pointed through your toe, all the way through your side body, all the way out through the crown of your head. We get ready to add on. Foot finds the mat in 3, in 2. Next one, foot comes to the mat. Totally flatten it out here so you got a good grip. Push into your palm as you lift that right leg off the mat, lower it back down, float the leg back up. You can do it. Take it down, squeeze up, down, and lift the leg. You got 3 more. Lift. Use those inner thighs. Good. Stay for 2. Push, push, push. Lift. Last one. Lift the left leg up. Hold it. Little tiny baby lifts to finish. Up, up. Super small. Try not to bounce the leg though. It's just a little lift. Little lift. You got it. You look so good. We go for 4. 3, 2, we did it. Bring it down with control and over to the mermaid stretch. So nice. Woo, it was very dynamic on the mat today. Such good work, team. Let's finish up with a little stretch here. Bring the legs out in front of you. Take them towards the side edges of your mat and then flex those toes back. We take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, round the spine, slide the arms forward like you're trying to reach to the front of your mat, but keep the back rounded here like a cat. Roll yourself back up, sit up nice and tall. And we go again, hard flex of the foot, round the spine, scoop the abs, reach forward, only going as far as you can keep that spine rounded, and then rolling back up. 2 more. Good. One last one. Now on this next one, let's extend all the way out through a long spine. Going a little bit further here, taking that stretch in the backs of the hamstrings. You can let the spine lengthen out and kind of pull yourself a little more between the thighs. On your next exhale, walk over towards your left leg. Try to reach the left arm towards the sky, taking a stretch. Should feel that in the hamstring, a little bit of the IT band. Bring it back down, walk over to the right, same thing. Twist through the chest, open up, find that rotation. Come all the way back through center. Slowly roll up through the spine, sit up nice and tall. And we are done, my love. Very nice way to show up on the mat. What a dynamic flow today. Hopefully you feel really good in your body and you're ready to conquer the rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you back on the mats.